Next stop for the Gatorade Cup Series is here at Kansas for the 5-hour Energy 400, this 1.5-mile oval in the state of Kansas. As we take a look at our starting lineup on poles, the 9 just needs 2's outside is Michael Gregory in the 17. Then 3rd you have TJ Hanley, 4th is Michael Canto, and Donovan Dewitt rounding out the top 5. Then 6th you have Isaac Nichols, 7th is 2nd in points Jonathan Rains, he's only behind by 6 points. Then 8th you have Jonathan Buford, 9th is William Seaman and Stuart Grant rounding out the top 10. Then for the rest of you, got Code Luigi, 2's inside Alexander Rowe. Then got Kyle Perry and Luigi Octavo, Andrew Miller and Marcus Sachi. Then Carter Friesen and Jay Jefferson, along with Emmett Juckham and Tim Randolph. Luke Rainier, points leader, starting mid-pack, but he's on the inside. He can gain a lot of positions here at the start. Steve Morgan to his outside. Then they got Eli Bright and Max Anderson, Riley Spurley-Tube and Grayson Thompson. Then Diego Yepes and Jeff Bright, along with Carson Bowers and Nathan Stapleton. Then Trey Rainey, who won the Trek race yesterday, and Brandon Tharp. Then Levi Shones and Lawrence Palanpon, Alex Stewart and Jake Galloway. Then Steve Larker and Colton Yo, last race winner Joe Jefferson and Griffin Linder. Rounding out the field in the final row, you got Justin Seidel in the 22's outside the 34 of Derek Hamels. That's your 42-car field here at Kansas. As we get set to go green, let's get our command to fire the engines.
For today's command, Bobby Allison.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Give your seatbelts a little tug there for me there, buddy. Get a little drink of Gatorade. Be safe. Have some fun, all right?
And a car does not get going on the inside. It's the 21 of Carson Bowers. So once again, winning the Daytona 500, but has not had any luck since. Bad break continues here at Kansas. Hopefully he can get going and not even lose a lap, but it's going to be tough there. Hopefully he can get out though. So it's going to be a 4-1 lap race at Kansas. The pace car of a 4 will dive into pit road. Justin Heath on the front row with Michael Gregory to his outside. They come down into the tri-oval. Let's get it going. We're racing at Kansas, green flag in the air. Justin Heath gets away. TJ Hanley slots into second as they race their way down the backstretch into turn number 3. Battle for third, Donovan Dewitt moves to the inside and easily gets by. Rain, second in points, gets to 4th as lap 1 is led by Justin Heath in the 9. 5 bonus points for him. Here comes TJ Hanley, Donovan Dewitt. They're charging hard. Jonathan Rains clears for 4th. Now for 5th, Seaman underneath teammate. And now underneath Jonathan Rains for 4th. Gets tight up the track. Luckily no crash there. But Jonathan Rains loses a few positions up top as the battle for second is on. Dewitt onto the back bumper of TJ Hanley, but cannot make a move there. Hanley keeps his second position for now, but the 22 driving hard. Donovan Dewitt gets to the inside of Hanley. That's for the second position on track. They race down the front stretch. Fast speeds here at Kansas, over 200 miles an hour, off into turn number 1. 204 for Donovan Dewitt. He clears Hanley easily. And slides up Hanley to 3rd. Seaman now 4th. Alexander Rowe 5th. The front 5 pull away, then the battle for 6th. You have Marcus Sachi side by side with Luigi Octavo. Jonathan Rains not doing good on the outside lane. He's falling back, slipping back. Look back up to the front. It's all Justin Heath in the 9. So he's pulled away from Dewitt and Hanley as they were battling back there for the second position. And now for 4th, there's Alexander Rowe trying to get by William Seaman as they race down the back. Rowe gets up in line behind Seaman. As let's check out where Luke Rainier, points leader, is in number 2. He's trying to get down to the bottom in front of the 31 of Andrew Miller, almost making contact there with Levi Shones. It's a battle for what I believe is around 24th, maybe even a little bit farther back there. And yeah, that was a battle for 24th. Luke Rainey to 24th. Jonathan Rains in the 29th, second in points, has slid his way down the line in front of the 42 Code Luigi in the 14th position, as behind them stacked up 3 wide. Hendrick Motorsports sandwich. Stuart Gretton in the middle, Isaac Nichols down low, Jeff Bright all the way up top. Nichols clears easily. It's up ahead, they're 3 wide. Jonathan Rains moving underneath the A3 Max Anderson, the 1 of Emmett Juckham, has Code Luigi going to try and bring with him. Code Luigi trying to get back up on track after a bad few races. It looks like doing great right now inside the top 15, running in around the 14th position. Decent day so far. And up ahead, Dewitt has caught Justin Heath. So the pack kind of spread out, but Towards the back of the field, there's definitely some battles raging on Brand Tharp back here, and then look at all this big mess that we have. As we look for the race lead, Donovan Dewitt side by side with Justin Heath down the back. Moving to the inside in 3 and 4. And Donovan Dewitt in the number 22 is side by side still as they race off of 4. Still side by side, dead even down the front. Justin Heath with a run off the top. Trying to clear down the front stretch, and it looks like he does. Donovan Dewitt, though, with the run now to the bottom lane. Drives it hard to turn 1. Back to the inside of the 9. Those cars pretty equal as of now. TJ Haley, though, coming up. Here he comes in the 30 with a big run underneath Justin Heath. TJ Hanley to the bottom for second now. Alexander Rowe going to try and go for third. Justin Heath going to get kicked back to fourth in this, as Dewitt clears and pulls away. Hanley now to second. Alexander Rowe clears for third. Justin Heath kicked back to fourth. Seaman and a nice fifth. Then the battle for sixth. Luigi Octavo side by side with the 09 Michael Canto. He's going to take it. Grayson Thompson, Marcus Sachi, Carter Friesen. Luigi is pulled away from this big battle back here as Jonathan Rains has lost a few positions back to the 17th position. Luke Rain, the 2, has fallen back in a big-time way back into the 33rd position. And now Donovan Dewitt pulling away just a little bit, but the draft very, very big here at Kansas. These guys can easily get back up to one another in the draft. As they race nose to tail, second, third, and fourth down the back. If they start battling here, William Seaman can definitely close in as he's close enough to get into that draft. Justin Heath very, very tight. That's really going to help the 6 and the 00 close in on this fight for the race lead, as they're going to get the draft off the 9 now. And now the 71 has no hope to try and get by the 30. He can just now push the 30 and try and catch the 22 and help them both out. Look at the running S to the inside, down the back, gets up in line behind the 30, pushing him down the backstretch. As they're in the draft of the 22. Hanley goes up the track, gets tight. The 71 of Rowe moves to the inside for second as Donovan Dewitt going to try and pull away. Yeah, this fight can really help Donovan Dewitt pull away right here. As the 71 has the help from the 9 down low. And we'll get by Hanley for second, but now Justin Heath trying to charge back up to the front. Start on pole, led the first few laps, then Dewitt got by. Now he's trying to charge back up to the second position as Seaman moves underneath Hanley. As Hanley starting to fade here in the 30 on the outside lane. Falls back outside the top 5 in the 6th position. If you can get down behind the 00, try and get back up to the front as Canto. Friesen, Sachi, now Luigi's broken into the top 10 at number 42, trying to charge up through the field. Here comes Isaac Nichols as well, up into the 12th position, past Max Anderson. And Jonathan Rains continuing to fall. He's back to 20th. Where's Luke Rainey now? Has he fallen even more? Is he trying to gain? He's up into the 31st position right now, but very, very hard once you get back here to keep gaining positions. As you can see back there, Diego Yepes in the 40th position. Last, I guess. So where's the 21 Carson Bowers? Is he actually just out of the race? Yeah, he never even started the race. I don't think he's on pit road as well. No, he's just out. So big issue for Carson Bowers. Didn't even get to start the race, and his bad luck season continues. You see once again, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, all the way back to 6th. Nose to tail, and then Michael Canto in 7th is closing. And that's the battle for 8th. Luigi trying to get up there. And the number 42 getting past Marcus Sachi right here as well. Carter Friesen. And Isaac Nichols still marching his way to the front. Breaks into the top 10 in the number 48. He's going to make a pass right here in the 43. Marcus Sachi into turn number 1. Luigi trying to fill the hole down low. Grayson Thompson got into him. Luigi up the track into Marcus Sachi. And Isaac Nichols takes advantage and gets by all of them to get into the 8th position. Very close there for Luigi, Marcus Sachi, Grayson Thompson, as that could have been a crash in turn 1. He loses to the 42 and the 43 some spots, but they have race cars that they can keep racing with. So here's a battle. TJ Hanley for the top 5 underneath Luigi Octavo and gets by him easily. Now Octavo trying to hold off Michael Canto for 6th. As Canto moves to the inside, down the back. Still side by side entering turn number 3. The 00 with a little bit of an advantage up top. The 09 drives it hard up to his door. And Michael Canto grabs that position. As meanwhile, Donovan Dewitt just has no contest from Justin Heath or anyone else. He's pulled away right now, but if they get formed up behind him, they can definitely run him down. As you can see the battle for 3rd. William Seaman and Alexander Rowe in a battle. TJ Hanley going to try and close in on this as well. So they've kind of pulled away from the 09 and the 00 just a little bit right now, but that draft, as we mentioned, very, very strong here at Kansas. The front 7 cars have pulled away. Close back there. Octavo back to the inside of Canto. for that 6th position. Is up ahead for 3rd. Alexander William Seaman are side by side. As Heath is now closed back in on Donovan Dewitt. Rowe, a slide job up in front of the 6. And Alexander Rowe takes 3rd back, but Justin Heath up front in 2nd. Donovan Dewitt in 1st, and they're nose to tail right now, entering turn number 3. Yeah, we're coming to halfway through this race, so race going by pretty quick. Donovan Dewitt continues to lead, Justin Heath in 2nd. Those are the only 2 drivers that have led this race. As Heath moves to the inside 1. Has a nose. Gets side by side with the 22. Justin Heath is back out front here at Kansas. Now can 3rd on back run these 2 down? I think it would take them getting side by side more for that to happen. Whoa, back there, Seaman and Hanley getting close and physical. And Luigi Octavia's going to grab some positions from that. Goes from 6th. He's going to get up to 4th here. Big move there by Luigi Octavio. As William Seaman and TJ Hanley made some contact, he takes advantage, gets to the 4th position. Now for 5th, Hanley's going to get by Seaman handily. Seaman kicked back to 6th. Michael Canto going to go for that 6th position now. As Isaac Nichols trying to run down these front few in 8th. Carter Fries in 9th. Grayson Thompson 10th. And they got some battles back here. Jonathan Raines up to the 17th position. Your points there. Luke Rainey in the 2 is still stuck back here in the 30s and the 30th position. As 31st on back pretty much spread out now. As the leaders, Justin Heath and Donovan Dewitt through 1 and 2 and down the back now. They're nose to tail once again. Luigi Octavio trying to get by Alexander Rowe for 3rd. Trying to march down the front 2. As Dewitt with a peek once again to Justin Heath. Coming to 20 laps to go. We're about halfway through this race now. And they're battling hard for the race lead. The 9 and the 22. With them battling back here still for 5th. TJ Hanley, Michael Cantor now side by side. William Seaman watching this battle, wondering where he's going to go. He's going to move to the inside of Hanley for 6th. TJ kicked back to 7th now and all that. If 3rd and 4th can stay nose to tail, they can definitely run down those front few, but big question of can they just stay nose to tail, or are they going to jump out of line? 22 tight down low, allows the 9 to get away just a little bit, but Donovan Dewitt staying right in that draft, trying to stay his back bumper. As now it's kind of a few groups, as you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7 right here. And it might be 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. They got 13th and 14th, 15th there. Jonathan Raines now up to 16th and number 29. Ooh, Seaman and Hanley are just not playing around here today. They've been hitting each other, getting close and physical to one another, and they've been battling pretty much all day, and it looks like some great racing out there. I don't know if either one of them are really mad with each other yet, but man, that's some close, hard racing as Seaman goes up the track. Hanley digging hard on the bottom, trying to get by him. Back up to the race lead. Dewitt still stalking the 9 of Justin Heath, wondering where he's going to go. Dewitt moves to the inside in 3 and 4. A little bit of a bumper there to the 9. Can he hold his position down low, though, as the 9 got a great run off the top and clears. As now the battle for 6. Seaman and Hanley still side by side. Hanley's going to try and take that position into turn number 1. He does on the bottom lane. And we might see some green flag pit stops soon, possibly. Let's look at this battle for 3rd. Alexander and Luigi Octavio still nose to tail, trying to run down the front few. Now Octavio looks to the inside 3 and 4. As cars are coming down pit road. Donovan Dewitt could be the first to hit. Anyone else, or is Dewitt just a lone man? I don't see anyone else coming down pit road as of yet. Dewitt has hit his pit stall. No one else coming down pit road. Donovan Dewitt, a lone solo on pit road, but he's thinking maybe it's best to just get it done early. You won't lose time getting onto pit road. Heath looks like it's coming down this time by. As Dewitt, his lone solo on pit road. Heath up the track. He's coming down pit road. Michael Canto, TJ Hanley stay out on track. They're going to be banking on caution, trying to put these guys lap down. Same with William Seaman in the 6. Code Luigi has stayed out on track. The caution has come out. They wreck getting onto pit road, and it's a massive crash in 3 and 4. Steve Larker, Alex Stewart, Levi Shones, Derek Campbell, Nathan Stapleton over there. And the yellow flag that these guys on pit road did not want to see. They have to try and get off pit road as quick as they can. The 9 was the race leader. Look at all the cars on pit road that these guys are going to put a lap down. And some of these guys have played it right. Now the question is, can the 9 and some others get off pit road in time to where they might not lose their lap? They won't lose their lap, but can they get back around? These guys are going to crossed the line in their positions, and if they get off pit road before the 90 others can get back around, they will be your race leaders. So Michael Canto trying to play it right. He comes down into his pit stall. Can he get out ahead of the 9 Justin Heath and some others? So these guys are leaving pit road. They have to try and get around. Donovan doing it in the 22. This has really hurt him as Heath is coming around. How do these guys do on pit road? See, the 30 and the 09 have some of the last pit stalls. 09 leaves. Hanley has slower time getting into his pit stall. Look at that. Canto out in front. And this really changed. Oh, they wreck coming back. Grayson Thompson and Tim Randolph have damage. Donovan do it as well in the 22. So bad break continues as these guys are off pit road in front of these guys. Whole lot change here. We're going to sort out when we come back to green. All we know is that Michael Canto should be out front when we go to the green flag, but let's see how this crash started that really changed and turned this race upside down. I don't know if this was trying to get onto pit road or if this was just a weird incident, but Griffin Lynn, the 36, coming along the 4 Jonathan Buford, and I believe Buford just kind of overdrives the entry to the corner. Lynn maybe just a little bit slower, gets up and into the outside wall for the 36 hard, and they slide down into the track, and this is where it turns big. 36 rolling down the track and sitting in the middle, and right there Nathan Stapleton, nowhere to go. Colton Yell in the 15 got damage, and then it just keeps on adding on. Once that 27 hits, as I don't think the 36 was trying to get down pit road. I think the 4 just really dove it into the bottom, and the 36 and his spotter did not expect that. So right here, Nathan Stapleton comes along and hits hard. Colton Yell, and then that's where it gets Levi Shelton. Joe Jefferson, last race winner. Derek Hamill, Alex Stewart, Steve Larker, all involved, as that's some heavy damage there. So Canto got back, and then something happened with Grayson Thompson and some others, as they're going to be racing back here. Right there, they have damage. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Thompson, and it looked like Thompson just drove in to do it right there, and then it nickels up against the wall. Tim ran off, nowhere to go, and hits hard. Eli Bright snaking around the top side, Michael Gregory, and just very, very unfortunate for Tim Randolph and Donovan Dewitt. The 33 Grayson Thompson just drove right into them. So this turns the race upside down. Michael Canto stayed out an extra lap, got that caution he needed. He's now going to be leading at the green flag, as we'll go back green. This time we'll come back, though, just a little bit later in the lap. A big race twist. Michael Canto now up front here at Kansas. Derek Hamill, Nathan Stapleton, Griffin Lynn, and Tim Randolph are retired from that. Steve Larker is 2 laps down, as we have 36 cars on the lead lap. Michael Canto now out front at Kansas. William Seaman in second. Cole Luigi up to third. Andrea Miller up to fourth. Max Harrison in fifth. The guy that was leading before this all happened, Justin Heath, is now back in the 15th position. Not what he wanted out of this. The pace car is in. We're going green. 11 laps to go at Kansas. Green flag back out. TJ Hanley already for a top 5. Underneath Max Harrison, the 83. As the front 4 keep calm as they race off of 2 and down the backstretch. Everyone trying to get spots. Andrew Miller for third, under Code Luigi. TJ Hanley going to follow him. As look up ahead, William Seaman battling with Michael Canto right here. Miller gets to third, Hanley to fourth. Code Luigi back to fifth, maybe even more. As here comes Jake Galloway to the inside. Jonathan Reigns as well is coming up to the front. Hanley now for third. That 30 car is fast. He showed it. And now with the 9 out of the picture, is this what Hanley needed to try and get up there and battle for the win? 10 to go, coming to 9 to go. Miller gets away on the top, but Hanley drives it hard to get to third. Jonathan Reigns going for a top 5. In the 29, he's going for fourth underneath his teammate. As up ahead, the front 2 are clear in single file. Michael Canto and William Seaman right now 1-2, but third on back trying to run them down. Hanley is third, Jonathan Reigns fourth, Stuart Grattan up to fifth. Where some of these guys come from? The 9 just needs fighting back, but it's going to take a lot for him to try and get back up to that race lead. As look at this, William Seaman passes Michael Canto, and it's going to bring Hanley into the battle. TJ to the inside trying, couldn't get down there. 8 to go. As the battle for fourth, Stuart Grattan moves underneath Jonathan Reigns. Grattan going to take that fourth position away. Look at that battle for second. It really slowed Canto and Hanley down. Grattan has a huge run down the back. Smoke in 3 and 4. No yellow. As Canto and TJ Hanley still battling for second. Now 7 laps to go at Kansas. The smoke in 3 and 4, we don't know what it was caused by. We'll try and find out after the race is over or if there's another caution. As Hanley moves to second, Stuart Grattan to third. Now Grattan looking for second as they race down the back. Look at that single file line. Grattan to the inside of Hanley. Hanley trying to shut the door down low. He does. Now the 30 and the 56 have to work together to run down the 6 of Seaman, who was pulled away. Remember, Seaman and Hanley were the ones racing each other hard this whole race. And now with 6 laps to go, it might come down to those two. Hanley trying to get away from 30. Doesn't want any... Whoa! Grattan, a big run through 1 and 2. Almost to the back of Hanley. And it slows them all down. They'll have to slam on the brakes. Alexander Rowe now up to the 4th position. He's going for 3rd. Carter Friesen is up to 5th. Justin Heath is flying through this field up inside the top 10 now. The 9 car has one fast hot rod with 5 laps to go, but it's going to be too late, I think. They're catching William Seaman hard. 5 to go. If the yellow comes out, the race is over. Seaman up the track. Hanley protects that yellow line down low as they race down the back. He's moving to the inside of Seaman. The 22's ahead. The 6 gets down in front of the 30. Donovan do it very slow. Now off of 4. Seaman still leads. Hanley now to 2nd. 4 to go at Kansas. Not much time left. Hanley trying to move to the inside Seaman. So they race down the backstretch side by side now. Hanley gets a quarter panel there. As look at that for 3rd. Alexander Rowe moves to the inside. Stuart Grattan. Coming to 3 to go. TJ Hanley is your new race leader here at Kansas. But Alexander Rowe charging hard. He's coming to the bottom lane. That's for the race lead into turn 1. He gets it. Carter Friesen to 2nd. Justin Heath up to 3rd. Friesen battles side by side for the race lead. Justin Heath up to 3rd in the 9. Charging hard trying to get back up to the lead. As Carter Friesen clears. Heath gonna clear for 2nd. That 9 car is fast. He showed it. He has time now with 2 to go. He's up to 2nd. He needs help from the 71, the 30. The 99 has gotten away. Here comes the 30 for 3rd. TJ Hanley not over yet, but he gets tied up the track. Gets into Alexander Rowe. The front 2 pull away now. Heath has to try and run down Friesen in the draft. As Rowe and Hanley side drafting each other hard. Just need that car has been fast all day. He has 1 lap, 1.5 miles trying to get to Carter Friesen. White flag at Kansas. Last lap of the 5-hour Energy 400. Carter Friesen leads. Just need trying to run him down in 2nd. It might be too late though. A twist. As caution came out during pit cycles. Friesen, one of them that benefited. And now through 3 and 4, it benefits with a win. Carter Friesen, 2nd Gatorade Cup Series victory with the win at Kansas. Heath 2nd, Hanley 3rd, and the field flies across. But Carter Friesen benefited from that. He took advantage of it and battled for the race lead there at the end and got by some others and held off Justin Heath, who was hard charging in those final few laps. Carter Friesen wins at Kansas. Let's check the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the 5-hour Energy 400 at Kansas. There was 1 caution flag for 4 laps in the middle of pit cycles, and there were 6 lead changes among 6 different drivers. Carter Friesen ends up winning the race here at Kansas, and Justin Heath, who started on pole leading the most laps, had the dominant car leading 14 laps. He ends up 2nd here today, so close to a victory. TJ Hanley in 3rd, looking for his 2nd ever Gatorade Cup Series points-paying victory, just could not get it done here today. Alexander Rowe in 4th here, new points leader. Jonathan Rains with the top 5 finish gets by Luke Rainey. Seaman had a pretty good car. He ends up 6th. Michael Canton leading 7 laps ends up 7th. Stuart Grattan in 8th. Marcus Sachi 9th. And Koluigi, a well-deserved top 10, finishing 10th. So there's your top 20. Luke Rainey, your points leader, finishes 19th and falls to 3rd in the point standings after having a pretty day. He was back in the 30s pretty much all race. He got a lucky break by staying out there when the caution came out. And then went down pit road, got some track position, but just could not hold. That car was not good all day long. As you can see right here, 34 cars finished on the lead lap. Dom Dewitt was a lap down. He led 11 laps. He had a very great car, but under caution, Grayson Thompson ran into him in 3 and 4 and wrecked his car. Dewitt ends up 35th here today. And the 21 Carson Bowers never started the race as he had that issue at the beginning. Tough break for him this season. Keeps getting worse for him. As now let's go look at the point standings. So here are the points after Kansas. Jonathan Rains back to that points lead by 35 points over Stuart Grant, who has emerged into the second position. Luke Rainey is now third. Lou Jack Tavo fourth, and Brand Tharp rounding out the top five. They got Jeff Bryant sixth, so Hedrick Motorsports having half of their cars doing wonders here early in the season. In seventh, they have Riley Sprague Tube, Alex Arrow eighth. Cody Reach back up into the top 10, ninth. He still doesn't have a top 10 top 5 this season. And rounding out the top 10, Kyle Perry. So there's your top 20. Carter Friesen is 1 victory, his 1 top 10, his 1 top 5 this season, moves him up to 11th in the point standings. Colton Yode 12th, Jay Jefferson 13th, on the brink of making the chase as of now. Justin 8th with a very fast car here today, moves up to 15th. TJ Hanley with a great result, moves himself up into the top 20, as that was his first top 10 this season. So it's been a trying, struggling start to the season for Hanley's up into the top 20 now. As you can see down here, Canto had a pretty good result. He ends up 21st. Nichols trying to get up. David Dewitt thought this could have been a race to rebound. Instead, drops him in points. Some of these others down here having good results, moving up. Joe Jefferson with his Bristol victory is 31st. He didn't have a great day here at Kansas. Carson Bowers drops to 38th as he didn't even start this race. Just not what he needs. Andrew Miller, Trey Rainey still stuck at the bottom. Rainey won the Pennzoil Truck Series race yesterday, had high hopes going into this race, just could not get anything going. Miller still needing a lot of help, although a pretty good Kansas race, just finished outside the top 10. So our next race will be at Rockingham for the Oreo 400. See you guys then.